Another benefit of these routes intersecting is the fact that this particular route here is going to get a huge release once this defender runs into my other receiver. You can see how he gets confused by these crossing routes. As on this play, once this guy goes to the left here, he looks like he's supposed to cover, but then he changes his mind and covers 6 instead, leaving this guy wide open for a one-play touchdown. But this can also be a one-play touchdown to this receiver, as he doesn't cover either of these guys. If you guys are looking for fast, cheap, reliable MUT coins, check out my coin sponsors at MMOXP.com and use discount code MONEYSHOT for 6% off your order. Link in the description below. The champ is here! Welcome back, Money Team. This is Mad Money Shot, sniffing out the Madden cheese as always. In today's video, I'm going to give you guys what's probably my favorite play in the entire game right now, out of an offensive formation that I guarantee you nobody knows about, based on the fact that it's only in 2 playbooks. But before I do, as always, if you guys want to see more videos like this, please make sure to be a subscriber, hit the like button, let me know in the comment section. Let's go get right into the video. Now, the formation I'm going to be using is the gun you off trips, and this particular formation is only found in 4 different playbooks, but the play I want to show you guys is only found in 2, and that play is going to be the PAU corner flood, which is only found in the Baltimore Ravens offense and my Washington Commanders offensive ebook, which is an ebook where I break down this entire offense and more. So if you guys want more help or more money plays, you can download this or any of my ebooks instantly by clicking links in the description or the top pinned comment. Now, I've also shown plays from this offense in my gameplay, so if you guys want to check that out, see this live against opponents, I will have that popping up in the top right hand corner right now, as well as on screen at the end of the video, so you guys can check that out. Now, I'm just going to pick this play first, and then I'm going to go random defenses. We're just going to go random nickel, and I just want to show how you can read this route. Pretty much every single time you run this play, the wide receiver is going to get open against pretty much any man or zone. That's going to be the easiest read or the most money play, but you can also throw to the running back, which beats zone, and the tight end, which beats man and zone, depending on how the zones react to the crossing route. So just to show you guys here that, like I said, this wide receiver, I can tell already that he's just wide open. I don't know if that was a man coverage or what, but like I said, that's going to be the glitchiest route in this entire play. I don't know why that route is like that, but it beats so many different defenses to the point where I'm just not going to force it. The only thing I would say is that when it comes to this play is you have this play action. So I'll hit the right trigger once the play starts, and you can see that you can get rid of the ball a little bit quicker than rather it's elongated play action, because you don't want to lose that running back. That running back is pretty valuable. So like I said, you can basically just work the running back back. You can see right there, the running back is wide open in the flat once again as we get another zone coverage. But I just wanted to show how you have 3 routes on this play that can really get open against just about anything. As you can see right there, we get what was probably a man zero blitz, and he took the running back out. But that's the only thing that can save you if you get a crazy blitz like this, is the fact that a lot of times is we get a really deep route here, and I threw that a little bit later. I probably would have been going again. And like I said, I'm not even reading the defenses. I'm really just reading how they're reacting to these plays. As you can see that we're getting a lot of open, especially this guy, which like I said, this is really the most explosive route in the play for whatever reason. It beats just about everything. So we're going to back out, and we're going to go defense to defense like we always do, starting off with cover 2, regular Tampa 2 here. Now, number 1, all you have to do is run this play once again. There's not always going to be a ton of adjustments, but you can see how this wide receiver here has the ability, and this is my backup tight end. This is actually my fullback. He's only like a 50 overall player. I have him there because I want some speed out there, but you can see how he's just getting over the top of the defense just about every single time if you hit him in stride. And I have this guy here because of his speed, but he's like a 50 overall fullback. He's not even a tight end, and you can see how quickly this guy can get open above the defense and be gone for an easy one-play touchdown outside. And it's going to be that way against pretty much any zone coverage. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to continue with concept here, and we're going to pick a cover 3, starting off with cover 3 sky, as I just want to show that this wide receiver here can get open once again, but it's not necessarily going to be a one-play touchdown. But you can see how against any zone coverage, he's going to be open for a 30-yard bomb. But the better way to go is going to be to go to the crossing routes. That's B and X. That's going to be a really good play. All you got to do is put the A tight end on a corner route, then put Y on a streak to pull back the tight end, and then you can block the running back if you want to. As you're going to see, it'll give you a little bit more time, but I didn't do that. And you can see we still get open across the safety because we got a very easy one-play touchdown on the crossing route. Now, if you want more blocking, you could also block the running back and the tight end. You just have to put the B receiver on a new post route, because the current angle of the post route, you can see, just runs too close to X, where if I repost him and then custom stem him up the field to the point where he's breaking at the same angle as X, you're going to see how he's going to run way more across the field. So if you want more blocking, you can do it this way. And now you can see we have, you know, pretty much double teams on the edges and all that, to the point where I can roll out of the pocket and still get that one-play touchdown look. Now this play is especially good against cover 3 match, so let's go and let's pick that. As it's going to be the same 2 receivers that get open, but you're going to have multiple options once again. As I can put the A tight end on a corner route, put B on a post, and then custom stem him up so that he gets across the field a little bit more. I'll block the running back because that's not really helpful. But you'll see how the wide receiver here can get open outside once again, the same way, even though he does follow. Based off the fact that we have the cornerback playing the way that he's kind of following the outside receiver, this can get open over the top of this defense outside the same way for a big catch and run that's potentially a one-play touchdown. Or you can put the A tight end on a corner route once again, and you can also put Y on a streak. You can put B on a repost and all those things that we've already been doing, but you can see how this is going to get open the exact same way, even without making those adjustments. Next up, we're going to do matching cover 4, starting off with cover 4 quarters. Now, when it comes to cover 4 match, this corner route has to be covered by either the safety or the cornerback on the other side of the field, which is way too far away to cover this. So you're going to see how this wide receiver here is just going to get wide open because he's running away from whoever's supposed to cover him on the opposite side of the field at the start of the play. And this play is an absolute cheat code against matching defenses like this. As you're going to see, it looks like nobody's covering this guy as he just runs right down the sideline here because the guy that was covering him was all the way across the field for a very easy one-play touchdown. And it's going to have that same effect against cover 4 palms. So let's go and let's pick that. As the wide receiver is not going to get the same blown coverage, but you're going to see how he's going to get open over the top the same way, as he just doesn't get matched very well, and he's going to be gone once again. Now, when it comes to things like cover 4s that are non-matched, like cover 4 drop, now you can still work this corner out with no real setup, as you will see that you can get around this cornerback, but there's also a safety there, so it's going to take a really difficult, high level catch and run. You'd have to really hit him in stride, and you can see he's actually running into the dropping linebackers and stuff like that quite often, to the point where it's not going to be easy to do. But there is potential for a one-play touchdown outside here, at the very least a big play. But you could also put the Y receiver on a streak, repost the B receiver, and then custom stem him up a little bit, and put the A tight end on a corner route, and then ultimately custom stem him down. And this is going to do a setup for a very easy one-play touchdown against this defense. You can see right here, once he crosses the field, the cornerback is still held down by the corner route, making this very easy one-play touchdown. This play also has a lot of success against matching coverages like cover 6 and cover 9, as it basically cover 4 on one side, cover 2 on the other side. So let's go and let's pick that. As all you really have to do is put the A tight end on a corner route once again, and you'll have your choice of receivers here. As you can throw to the Y receiver one more time, as he's just wide open, although I ran out of bounds. Or you could throw to the B receiver once again when he crosses the field here. As you can see that the safeties kind of get crossed up on who they're supposed to cover, as this might be the easier one-play touchdown out of the two. But we'll go ahead and we'll do the Y tight end one more time. As you can see that it's just any matching defense is going to get glitched out against these two routes. And if we watch the safety here, you can see how he gets confused by these crossing routes. As on this play, once this guy goes to the left here, he looks like he's supposed to cover, but then he changes his mind and covers 6 instead, leaving this guy wide open for a one-play touchdown. But this can also be a one-play touchdown to this receiver, as he doesn't cover either of these guys, and we get another easy one-play touchdown over the middle. Next up, we're going to go ahead, we're going to switch off zone coverages to some man coverages, starting off with man 0 blitz. And this is another play where you really can just throw to the Y receiver, as I'm going to block everybody, as I don't really have to worry too much about these guys becoming zone coverage defenders since I'm throwing outside. Another benefit of these routes intersecting is the fact that this particular route here is going to get a huge release once this defender runs into my other receiver, and you can see he's just wide open for an easy catch on a one-play touchdown down the sideline. But this route, for whatever reason, can also win on its own, as I noticed from time to time that even though this guy has probably a 40 route run, this route just has the ability to cook this defender. When it comes to cover 0, they play with a different type of leverage than cover 1, so it's going to be a little bit different. So let's go and let's pick this, as you're going to get a different leverage system when it comes to cover 1, as they try to force you back into the safety, so they typically play outside first. So you can still custom stem this guy up a little bit to the point where he's kind of intersecting right where behind the fire icon, which you can't really see. but this will give you an opportunity where you can still get him to get picked off. As you can see, we did right there, and if it wasn't for the late throw to the boundary, I probably would have been gone. But that's something, like I said, you got to custom stamp him up just a little bit. I'm only custom stamping up like a yard or two so that I can get that type of interference. You can see right there, it's probably best to block the running back too. If you know that your opponent is in a cover one, it's not going to help you. That route's not going to get open anyway. But you can see here, once again, we get that pick set. We still have that opportunity for that big play outside. But you could also put the B receiver on a post, put the Y receiver on a streak to pull back the safety, and then just block these guys because I don't really have much use for them. And you can see how the outside leverage is going to work against the B receiver this time, or the cornerback covering the B receiver as he crosses the field and gets an easy one-play touchdown that way. Now, cover two is going to be the most unique, so let's go and let's pick cover two, man. For cover two, just put the tight end on the corner out and then block the RB receiver. And you'll notice how the Y receiver here can still get open the exact same way because these routes are going to get mixed and interference sometimes for these other receivers. As the Y receiver can get open, the B receiver can get open like he did here. As you can see, we split the safeties for a very easy one-play touchdown. Or you can also just put the Y receiver on a streak. If you have a speed advantage like I do, a lot of times putting him on a streak and then putting the X receiver on a streak just to hold the safety, since the tight end here doesn't get pressed, a lot of times he's just going to run right up the middle there for a very easy one-play touchdown. So you have a couple different options when it comes to cover two, man. I'm going to go to end the video there, though. If you guys want to see gameplay of this, or me using this in gameplay against live opponents, though, I will have that pop up on the screen. So just click the links. And until next time, thanks for watching, man. Money Shit out. Need more help or just want to show your support? Then head over to my Patreon and join my team, where you can get exclusive content like ebooks and bonus plays, as well as early access to my vids and more. Link in the description below.